Alright, so we are starting to load up the new bale shed. Uh, yeah, we're chasing nighttime. As dark is coming in, uh, we're collecting bales with Courseplay, using Autodrive to get us set up, as you see there, to get us back over to the barn. And then we have to manually unload. Even though there's a trigger, it goes by, it still does not set it off. Put around a little bit with it. Unfortunately, Autodrive is not in the phase yet, and I'm not sure if it will get to a phase where auto dumps for us with the auto stacking systems. So we'll have to wait and see. And while we're pulling up here, I think I want to adjust. Yes, we're going to stop because that's what I thought. So what I want to do is I want to add a track from there to there. We'll back this up. That way it doesn't do the full loop through the barnyard. Reduce the traffic to the barnyard, I think, is a good take on it all. So we should still wanted to go forward. Not far enough back. Should be field 8. Let's see if it triggers. Okay, we're good there. So we'll let that go. Autodrive should bring it over to the shed, and it should alert us that it is stopped at the unload point for the shed. With that said, let's jump over. We need to finish baling down here. And not on the right track. Not sure why that one. Let's get in this vehicle because that seems to be our issue. Quad track field 28. Then we're on field 29. So we want to clear current course. We want to go to windrow. We want to load. There we go. Make sure everything's dropped, set. Yep, get started. Look it in a gear. There we go. And we have Courseplay running on this. And like I said, we will work through this. I believe if we go back, fertilizer wise, we may have to do 1 or 2 fields still. Let's see the grow states. I think this cornfield, 15. Ooh. So both cornfields need to do. We do have the sprayer over on 10, but we did get the rest of the fertilization second stage done. So that's a good start there. I mean, something we definitely can work with. Our other baler just got to field 8 to collect bales with a tractor. And yeah, I mean, Shellbrook is coming along. Just want to say really quick, thank you to everybody for subscribing, liking, commenting on all the videos. This past weekend, we hit 500 subscribers. I never thought it would get to this point. I'm pretty stoked overall for it. I mean, you guys definitely are motivation for me to keep making content. You know, it started as just a side hobby to get through, you know, limited times, I guess I would say, where you kind of just stuck at home because of the whole pandemic and all that going on. So it was kind of nice to just be able to share my view of the game and how I play it with people. I know I've done a lot of time lapses and back and forth with some Let's Plays this series. I've got a lot of good feedback on kind of the Let's Play mentality, role play mentality of it. So definitely going to try to shoot some of that more into my clips and episodes of Shellbrook. If you're watching this, you probably just saw this last Wednesday. Decided to start a new series in Westby. We'll continue with this. We're going to keep this one, I think, on Fridays, though I may switch them. We'll wait and see on the feedback I get from everybody. Maybe move this one back to Wednesday, because Wednesday seems to be when this is commonly watched. But yeah, we're making some bales. We jump over. This one's out searching for the bales. I'm surprised it's not. There it goes. It's not letting me do it, but you can manually go in and set up the baling option to collect the bales and run back with Autodrive. Obviously, you'd be using Courseplay. I have it running on the windrow track, so it works in the same pattern I drop the bales with a slight offset. Now, the only problem you might face, even though this is slightly quicker in my opinion, and see some of the bales already in the way, uh, it will miss some. So you have to go back, just like essentially using a hired worker, you're going to have to go back, pick up 2, 3 bales maybe on this field, and go from there. So that's kind of the benefit of doing it with a course. Without a course, it'll figure out itself. It can be a little demanding at times on the system as it tries to formulate where the bales are, how to pick them up, and then each time it comes back, it kind of reformats how it's going to approach taking on collecting the bales in the field. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I think for right now, we should hop into a little bit of a time lapse, maybe a montage. Not really sure how we're going to take it, see how the video comes out when I go to edit it, but we're going to jump into that and go from there. Alright, so we're jumping around a bit. We got one worker on the bale collector, another baling that final field of grass bales, which is what we decided to do at the second half of those fields, all the ones in the south essentially. And we're going to use that to break them up and put them in the silage silo, or the fermenting silo, I should say, to get that going. And yeah, so we're going to try to spray this field down. This corn was planted about a couple weeks earlier than the field next to it. So I want to get this one sprayed second stage of fertilizer now, so it's out of the way. Just in a little bit. There we go. But yeah, and we go to the calendar over here. So a lot of our crops next month, we might be able to harvest probably towards the end of the July month. Early August, I would expect with those. Corn, we do have an extended window. Obviously, you could plant it till the end of May. And we have September, October, November. So we might even see some snow. Not too bad, though. Soybeans, kind of narrow, to be honest, on the window. Only September, October, so I think they're going to be the priority. Hopefully get our other grains done before then, and then be able to do the soybeans. And we should be able to stack the field we're in now in October, and I would assume the field next to this one we'll be able to do in November, hopefully before cold, harsh weather hits. So kind of focused on that. Like I said, next month we'll also run the fertilizing over there on the field next to us, right there, just to get that kind of done and out of the way. And yeah, so we will hop back around, I think. And we're just pushing bales. This beast, look at this. This thing is stacking bales on its own. I mean, this is impressive. And there we go. We're going to turn off the track. And worker C is top. That must be our bale collector. But it looks like this worker's doing fine. Couple more windrows to go down, and they should be all set. And they're going to go down another blank windrow, which means they're going to push all these bales out of the way. So we head over here. Yep, that's what I thought. We are loaded up again, headed back. There's some rocks out here. Interesting. Good thing that it ruined my mower or baler. Would have been not a pleasant priced item to replace if the baler had just pulled some of those through it. But yeah, so this is how it's essentially all running. You know, I know last episode here in Shellbrook we kind of focused on creating the bales and all that stuff, so it was a bit slow. Today is kind of the same. We're at that midpoint of the summer. You know, $540,000 in the bank right now. We'll see if there's any more contracts we can do just before harvesting season. Maybe make a little more money. Maybe sell some of our other product if the prices are up. You know, while they're heading back, you know, let's take a look. Wheat, yeah, needs a little work. Same thing, barley, nothing really there. We'll probably save that for the distillery anyway. Oat, may just save for the horses. We're just at 13,000. Sorghum, we got plenty, but we also know it can get a lot higher than that, so we're not going to rush it. Soybean, not bad. I mean, it's down right now, but that's a crop that can definitely hit 1,400 easily. Corn hanging around that 500 still. We have potatoes. We have sugar beets. I'm not going to go crazy on either of those. Kind of keep those in our storage. They're not going to go bad in that storage. We do have some milk to sell, though. So probably should think about doing that. Maybe we'll start the next episode off with that, because by the time we get to July, I think we should have about a full tanker. We got plenty of hay, straw right now. We're creating a little bit more. Diesel, obviously we know we're good. Let's run down. What else we got? We got a lot of manure. We have some in our biogas. We have some at the multi-production factory. We need to start selling some somewhere else, I think, as well, because we're not really using it on our fields. Slurry, we're there. Haven't really used much on the fields either. And plenty of lime. Gonna need that eventually. We didn't get a lot out of the last stone pull. There wasn't too many stones out there, so killer. We have some dry corn left. I know I get some running through it right now. 1582. So we can sell some of that if need be as we jump down to the productions. Yeah, so that silo is actually empty. We want to get some grass into that. Top that off. Probably move all that out too. And yeah. Waiting on digestate to sell to the fertilizer plant. You got slurry, manure, get some digestate still in there. Maple syrup. We're almost out of sap. We're down to 48,000. It's taking a while to burn through it, but we're getting there. But this is the one I wanted to look at. Right now we have 155,000 liters dry corn ready to go at 1,500 a liter or per 1,000 liters. Not a bad deal. So this has been the only unfortunate thing. We got to kind of do this part manually. So I had the track running right over it. It was getting caught on the edge of the building, but that's not the issue. The issue is Autodrive just doesn't unload and on its own, even with the auto stackers. I'm wondering though, there was just mentioned to me, what if you run an auto load trailer over it? You know, never mind the auto stack ones. You're already running the offset on your field with the system set up the way it is. You know, it should work. And I kind of agree. I think about it now. It just might work. Using an auto load function to pick up the bales, running just offset of the track for the windrow, should be able to collect the bales. And I think driving through that area with the auto load trailer might drop those bales off for us. So something I might try. offline. And if it works, I'll definitely make a video on how it works for me and share it with you all. But I think for today, that's going to do the episode. We got to finish out the grind for the night, and we'll go from there. See y'all next time.